Now Circle the Sun makes its way there. They'll be dispatched right alongside of Beckett's Gate. They're ready. They're standing and they're off this time. Away racing. Prince of Guelph, Bring Euro, first of them to leave. Bring Euro to burn them off though. Coming over quickly now is Mong Con. Tibetan Black's going to drop back with Fair Delicious, and just in front of those is Antique Jewel. They've completed 250 and Bring Euro. High ball to the front from Mong Con. Prince of Guelph on the inside of Dance of the South, and Circle the Sun around them. A bit wide though early. A length and a half back. There's a Thought going up midfield on the outside of Recalled. Further back then is Hard to See, who's over on the inside of Antique Jewel, then Tibetan Black, and over on the inside Fair Delicious is last. At the 1200 they start the run to the riverside of the course. Bring Euro led them at a strong gallop through the first part of the race, 3/4 of a length clear. Running second Mong Con popped out one off the rail. Circle the Sun got pratted 3 deep. Over on the inside Prince of Guelph running fourth, being followed around them now by Tibetan Black, who takes off from near last. Tibetan Black circling the field, rushing around the outside. Bring Euro's rider Sora coming, quickened up the speed though. So Bring Euro holds the front from Tibetan Black with that dashing mid-race move. Monga Khan on the inside is third. Circle the Sun now fourth, a length and a half. Prince of Guelph, Dance of the South. There's a Thought came out 3 deep to follow Tibetan Black, followed further back then by Antique Jewel. On the rails is Hard to See, Recalled in the middle, and last of all Fair Delicious inside the 400. They travel to the turn. Bring Euro giving back as a great sight, led Mong Con a length and a half away. Tibetan Black, it's run short-lived. Circle the Sun down the outside. There's a Thought starts to erupt, followed further back by Antique Jewel, but as they went to the 150, Mong Con led them. There's a Thought though is going to gobble it up. There's a Thought sprinted straight past Mong Con. Antique Jewel had run to third, but there's a Thought races away. There's a Thought too good for Mong Con. Antique Jewel ran third from Circle the Sun. From last, Fair Delicious made good headway. In behind them Prince of Guelph, followed further back behind those then Recalled. Bring Euro got very tired, Hard to See back there, followed then by Dance of the South, and that move by Tibetan Black certainly came right unstuck, and it compounded badly to run last. Number 6, There's a Thought. There's a nice win, ridden by Kesh Duran. He just sat there on a bit of dry powder in running and let it all unfold. In contrast to the 2 previous races, this time they went along at better than average pace, and then the move again came from Tibetan Black, who took off around them. Shot up to join Mong Con, and that ensured the pace was going to be maintained, and this just set it up sweetly for There's a Thought, the Say You Think mare, who stormed over the top for the Danny Morton stable, and that gives Dan the second leg of a training double today, having won the first with Bazoom. For Bellis Racing, Peter Morley manages the Say You Think Shania mare. Kesh Duran in the saddle, beats 1 Mong Con. Battled on by Cintillo from Momentside Treasure. Brad Rawilla, prepared by Jason Pateman. Third 2 Antique Jewel by Doomsday from Antique Rose. For Peter's Investments, Willie Pike, the rider for Adam Durant. Fourth, number 3, Circle the Sun. 6, 1, 2 and 3, 151.65 here is the time. 36 and a half, the last 600, 2 lengths, 3/4, and an effortless win by There's a Thought, back-to-back and racing in ultra-consistent form. Race 6 on the card is the Cooper Fluid Systems handicap over 1100. 7 Go Forward comes out there, and Purple Pearl, they'll attempt to ride midfield with cover if possible here, one of the outsiders in the race in the next on the program. And Brad Parner will ride number 10, Samusu, replacing Paul Harvey, as we join Britt Taylor down there in the yard. A runaway winner, double today for Danny Morton.
Yes, certainly is. Mainly got to speak to Luke after the win in the first with Bazoom, but now we get to speak to Danny about There's a Thought. And Danny, a beautiful win there. And Karen Morley just saying Kesh Duran rode perfectly to instructions. What were your discussions pre-race with him, and did it plan out just as you'd hoped?
Yeah, it really did. He's riding really well, Keshaw, and yeah, sticky gate, so it was going to be awkward for him, but I was adamant not to drag forward or rush forward or drag back, and said just sort of sit still where you are and hopefully get cover. Not many kids outride Pikey, but he just about did then, I reckon.
Pretty nice feather to have in your cap when you can do that on occasions. She's been really good this campaign, 2 seconds and now 2 victories. What's been the key to her form?
Oh, just maturity. She's bred to stay, and I think you'll see more of her over journey. So, yeah, she's just building into a nice filly.
1,800 metres today. Do you look to step her to a staying trip at her next start, or now that we do have the Ascot 1,800 metres available, look for another one?
Yeah, it's obviously a good option. She's effective at that, but I wouldn't mind trying to stretch her out over further and just see what she's got.
Now, little track work spy tells me that Elite Street galloped pretty nicely. Any truth to that?
Who's your spy? I've got to be careful with that. Leak and stable information, but we're really happy with him. He's going in without a trial, but he goes good fresh, so yeah, he's heading in the right direction hopefully.
Can't wait to see him on Saturday. Well done here.
Thank you.
There's Danny Morton after the victory of There's a Thought, bringing up a stable double there. And Keshaw Durham brings back in the So You Think mare for the Bellis Racing crew. Great to see these colours in the winner's circle, and a few people managed to escape work on a Wednesday afternoon to watch their mare win today. Flying down the outside, Kesh had that outside alley and rode perfectly to instructions, and she was a comprehensive winner in the end, Scott.
Certainly was, Britt, and patience was paid off for those punters that waited. The price just got better and better and better, and she's paid almost $10 in the finish, and Keshaw Durham has ridden her to perfection. Danny Morton's a big rap for him as a 3-kilo claimer, and you can understand why. Every time he puts him on, he gives him 10 out of 10. He rode Surf Point perfectly one day to victory. He's given There's a Thought a peach and makes it another victor here in the midweekers. Keshaw, congratulations. What were your conversations like with Danny pre-race about how to ride this mare?
It's just jump and don't put him back. Or free wide with cover is pretty good, and put him midfield. He's jumping really good. I put him midfield with cover, and he's traveling very good. And Danny Morton is telling me like, just wait for the straight. He will give you lots of tip.
Later on, you team up with Danny again with Safety Fuse. Have you had those conversations yet, or did you know much about this mare?
Not yet. I'm watching a couple of replay. But this one also, he will be a little bit close, just finger crossed. And I must thank Danny Morton, all the owners, and my boss, Neville Bonham, and everyone.
And don't forget your friends as well. Well done, Kesh.
Thank you.
There is Keshaw Durham, wins on There's a Thought, who defeats Mong Kong and Antique Jewel in there for third. 6-1, 2 and 3.